Did you know that some medieval artworks have survived for over 1,000 years? Today, we'll discover how artists created masterpieces that continue to inspire the world. In this lesson, you will discover the beauty and unique characteristics of medieval world art. 1. Observe. 2. Create. 3. Discuss.
Medieval world art. Ceramic figure of the Maya civilization. Central America. 7th-8th century. Source: the Metropolitan Museum of Art, New York, USA. 1. Observe. Around what time did medieval art heritage first appear? What are the most distinctive features of the artworks created during this period? Key features of Western medieval art heritage. Depicts stories of saints and gods. Ivory mask. Benin, West Africa, 16th century. Parvati, 16th century. Stone sculpture.
Key features of Eastern medieval art heritage. Illustrates mythological stories and philosophies of life.
To conclusion, the artistic achievements of the medieval world formed an important foundation for the development of modern art. 2. Practice. Suggested steps for making a Maya ceramic figure. Step 1. Choose a medieval artwork to recreate. Step 2. Shape the human figure. Step 3. Sculpt the clothing and costume details. Step 4. Attach all the sculpted parts to the figure. Step 5. Complete the artwork. Samples of students' artwork. David, based on Boyce Wong's Looking Beyond, folded by at Mayinchigami Wenzhou, 55 by 55 centimeters.
Built in the 12th century during the medieval period, Angkor Wat is a masterpiece of Khmer architecture. Today, it has been recreated as a 3D model in Sketchfab, allowing people around the world to explore this historic monument in a digital way. Now that we've explored the artwork through images and details from Pinterest, let's take a closer look at the expert analysis provided by Google Arts and Culture.
Leonardo at the Milanese court in 1482, one of the most famous painters in world history, Leonardo da Vinci, took up residence at the court of Lodovico Sforza, Duke of Milan. As a musician and inventor. Not long after, he became the official court painter, and was commissioned to paint a portrait of Lodovico's 17-year-old mistress. This commission would engender one of the most fascinating portraits in Western European art, the Lady with an Armor. The young woman portrayed in the painting, Cecilia Colorani, was born into a non-noble family. As evidenced by her simple dress in the painting, she first entered the Duke's service as a lady-in-waiting, but soon became a favorite of the Duke due to her keen mind, education, and beauty. She was familiar with literature, wrote verses in Latin and Italian, and was often referred to as a great light of the Italian language, a muse, and a scholarly woman, being compared to ancient Greek poet Sappho. In 1491, after 10 years of engagement, Ludovico Sforza married Beatrice d'Este, But in May that year, Cecilia gave birth to the two son, Cesare, and later married Count Lodovico Carminati di Brambilla, known as Ludovico Bergamino. Allegory of Love. The portrait of the lady with an ermine is an allegory of love and attachment. Cecilia Gallerani is imagined as an ideal of beauty, but why is she holding this unusual animal? An ermine, or bestowed and explained to court. Ludovico's horse was often called the white ermine due to the fact that in 1480 he had been granted the Order of the Ermine, a type of knighthood, by the King of Naples.
The first portion of Cecilia's surname sounded like gull, meaning weaseled or ermined in Greek. The animal the lady holds in her hands could therefore be seen as a symbol of the two lovers. The ermine could also allude to the mythical birth of Heracles. Galanthus, a servant of Alcman, assisted Alcman in giving birth to Heracles, against the wishes of Hera, Heracles' stepmother. As a punishment, Hera turned Alcman into an ermine. It is possible that the painting made a reference to Cecilia's pregnancy, since weasels were believed to protect pregnant women in Italian Renaissance culture, just as Lodovico protected Cecilia. Modern portrait. In painting the lady with an ermine, Da Vinci created the first modern portrait in the history of art, surpassing the traditions of the time. It was also one of just 4 portraits of women that Leonardo created in his lifetime, along with the Mona Lisa, Ginevra di Benci and La Belle Ferronieri, or Portrait of an Unknown Woman. Leonardo in a sense freed from its frame the subject of the painting, who turned as she is in gaze and gesture beyond the field of vision, is not frozen, as was the custom of the time, in a stiff profile or 3/4 profile, yet is somehow alive. Marek Rostworski. The background of the painting was originally dark grey. During a 19th century renovation, it was covered in black paint. The caption La Belle Ferronieri / Leonard da Vinci was added after the painting was acquired in Italy by Prince Adam Jerzy Czartoryski. At that time, the painting was believed to be a representation of La Belle Ferronieri, the alleged mistress of King Francis I of France. Lady in Poland. The painting was executed with oil paints on a walnut board. It was purchased around 1798 to 1800 by Prince Czartoryski, who later presented it to his mother Isabella, who was at that time creating the first museum in Poland, which became the National Museum in Krakow. By observing, practicing, and discussing, we gain a deeper understanding of medieval world art and appreciate its beauty, history, and cultural significance.